How much did you spend on gasoline this month? Now imagine that number reduced by half. That is what Japanese drivers achieve. Not with special cars, not with marketing tricks, with 7 concrete habits, documented and applicable today itself. If you have a Toyota or a Honda, this video is going to change the way you drive forever. Trick 7. The cold start that is robbing money from your pocket. There are 2 types of drivers when they start the engine in the mornings: those who take off immediately and those who leave it warming 10 minutes without moving. And although they seem opposites, the 2 are committing exactly the same error, and that error costs them real money every week. Here is the reason. When the engine is cold, the oil is thick, and the computer, to compensate the temperature, injects between 20 and 30% more fuel than usual. That is inevitable. What you can control is how much time that mixture enrichment lasts. If you accelerate immediately, the engine takes more time to reach its optimal temperature, so that extra expense prolongs itself. But if you leave it warming stopped, you are burning gasoline without moving the car not even 1 centimeter. The 2 roads lead to the same result: more money at the gas station. And what is the solution? Mechanics have been using it in Japan for decades, and it is absurdly simple. Start the engine, wait exactly 30 seconds for the idle to stabilize, and then drive at moderate speed during the first 3 to 5 kilometers. Why does it work? Because driving smooth is what heats the engine faster, not the stopped idle. Movement generates thermal load. Idle does not. And if it still seems like little difference to you, consider this. The EPA documented that an idling engine consumes between 0.25 and 0.5 gallons per hour. A Toyota RAV4 that is left warming 10 minutes every morning burns more than 90 liters per year, without moving not even 1 centimeter. Trick 6. The tire pressure, the sensor that is lying to you. 81% of drivers in Latin America do not have the 4 tires properly inflated. And the most interesting thing about that statistic, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, is that it is not due to carelessness. It is due to the fact that the alert system of their own car deceives them. The TPMS sensor, the one that lights up the little light on the dashboard, does not activate until the tire has already lost 25% of its recommended pressure. Translate that into concrete numbers. If your tire should go at 32 psi, the light does not turn on until it is already at 24. By that moment, you have already been driving for weeks or months with low tires without knowing it. And why does it matter so much? The Department of Energy documented that for each psi the 4 tires lose, consumption rises 0.2%. Those 8 psi of difference, exactly when the sensor starts to alert you, already represent a loss of 1.6% in efficiency. In a year of driving, that translates into between 40 and 60 liters of gasoline that you paid without advancing any extra kilometers. The solution does not require going to the shop. It requires knowing where to look. There are 2 numbers in your car: the one printed on the side of the tire, which is the maximum pressure, and the one on the sticker of the driver's door frame, which is the correct pressure for your vehicle. They are different, and the majority uses the wrong one. Check the pressure cold before driving, the first day of each month. That habit alone can reduce your consumption by up to 10%. Those 2 tricks together can save you between 8 and 10% in fuel. But what comes now is different, because it occurs inside the engine, does not generate any visible symptom, and by the time you notice it, the financial damage is already done. Trick 5. The air filter that is choking your engine. 3 months ago, a 2019 Honda Civic entered the shop with a specific complaint. It was consuming almost 2 liters more per every 100 kilometers than it consumed when it left the dealership. The car started well, without warning lights, with the transmission functioning perfectly. Nothing indicated the problem from outside. I opened the hood. The air filter was black. Not dark, black. Compressed with dust to the point where light almost did not pass through it. The owner had never changed it. The car had 67,000 kilometers. The mechanism is this. The engine computer adjusts the fuel mixture based on the airflow it detects. When the filter is obstructed, the engine receives less air than it needs, so the ECU compensates by injecting more fuel to maintain the correct ratio. The direct result is greater consumption to produce the same power. And as if that were not enough, the engine also has to work more to suck air through a clogged filter, which increases the load on the crankshaft and raises consumption even more. Two hits at the same time. The EPA documented improvements of up to 10% in consumption when restoring airflow in engines with significant restriction. In that client's Civic, consumption dropped 1.7 liters per every 100 kilometers after the replacement. In a year, that was more than $300 of gasoline that was being burned unnecessarily. An air filter costs between $10 and $35. The replacement takes 5 minutes without special tools. Trick 4. The technique that Japanese taxi drivers call reading the street. The difference between the drivers with the best documented fuel efficiency in the world and the majority of drivers is not in the engine. It is in the eyes. Researchers from MIT measured the impact of driving style on consumption, and the results are compelling. Aggressive driving, abrupt acceleration, late braking, constant lane changes, reduces fuel economy between 15 and 40% depending on the type of traffic. The Japanese technique is called active anticipation and works in the following way. When you see a red traffic light at 200 meters, you do not wait to get closer to brake. In that moment, you lift your foot from the accelerator and let the car arrive to the traffic light by inertia. Here is the physical reason why that matters. In a modern Toyota or Honda, when you lift your foot from the accelerator at cruising speed, the injection system reduces or cuts completely the fuel supply. The car advances with the accumulated impulse without burning gasoline. That same principle applies for curves, descending slopes, and any situation where the traffic in front of you is already decelerating. You do not have to wait to arrive to react. A driver who applies active anticipation consistently reduces their consumption between 10 and 20%. Without modifying anything in the car, without spending a peso. And here comes something that is going to contradict a discussion that you have probably had more than once inside the car. Trick 3. The air conditioning. The correct answer depends on a variable that nobody mentions. Let's turn off the air and open the windows to save gasoline. If you have ever been part of that conversation, what follows is going to change your perspective. The Department of Energy measured the impact of AC versus open windows under different conditions, and the result contradicts what the majority assumes. At speeds below 60 kilometers per hour, turning off the air and opening the windows does reduce consumption. At those speeds, the compressor load is the dominant factor. Up to there, popular intuition is right. But at speeds above 80 kilometers per hour, the equation inverts itself completely. Open windows generate enough aerodynamic resistance to consume more fuel than what you save by turning off the AC. The study confirms that in compact sedans like the Corolla or the Civic at highway speed, the AC in partial cycle consumes less than open windows. The rule is simple. In city with slow traffic, open windows. On highway or at sustained speeds, AC on with the recirculation button activated. And that last detail is critical. Without recirculation, the system continuously cools hot air from the exterior, which increases the work of the compressor between 15 and 20%. That button that almost nobody uses can save you between 3 and 5% of fuel on every long trip. Trick 2. The oil that is increasing your consumption in silence. This is the trick that generates most resistance because it contradicts directly what the majority learned about maintenance. But the numbers have no opinion. Oil viscosity has direct impact on consumption. Thicker oils generate more internal friction between engine components, and as a consequence, the engine needs more energy, more fuel, to overcome that friction. In Japan, the majority of Toyota and Honda drivers use full synthetic 0W20 oil. In Latin America, by culture or by recommendation of the shop, Many continue using 5W30 or even 10W30 in engines that the manufacturer specified for 0W20. The difference in consumption between 10W30 and 0W20 in a Toyota Camry with 2AR engine, measured under controlled conditions, is approximately 2.4%, according to automotive industry studies. In a driver who travels 25,000 kilometers per year, that represents between 40 and 60 liters of gasoline lost annually for using a thicker oil than necessary. And how do you know which one to use? Do not look for it in the shop manual, nor in what the mechanic recommends you. The correct specification is printed on the oil fill cap of your engine. If it says 0W20, use full synthetic 0W20, without exceptions. And there is an additional benefit that few mention. Thinner oil circulates faster during cold starts, which is exactly when 80% of internal engine wear occurs. You not only save gasoline, you also extend the useful life of the engine. Those 6 tricks applied together can reduce your consumption between 20 and 30%. But there is one more, the one the Tokyo taxi driver mentioned almost as if it were obvious, the one I took years to understand completely. And it is the only one that can cost you between $800 and $2,500 if you are doing it wrong right now. Trick 1. The tank level that destroys your pump and your pocket at the same time. Almost all drivers do one of 2 things with the tank. They let it drop to the reserve before filling, or they fill it completely until the nozzle clicks, and then give it 1 or 2 extra squirts so it stays well full. The 2 habits are costly errors, but the second one is more serious than it seems. Let's start with the first one. The fuel pump in a modern Toyota or Honda is submerged inside the tank. It cools itself and lubricates itself with the gasoline that surrounds it. When the level constantly drops to the reserve, the pump works exposed to heat without sufficient lubrication, which accelerates its wear in a direct way. Drivers who habitually drive with the tank low have a pump lifespan between 30 and 40% shorter than those who maintain the tank between 1/4 and 3/4 of capacity. Replacing a pump in a Camry or Corolla costs between $400 and $800 plus labor. Now the second error, the one that the majority does not know. Modern tanks have an evaporation control system called EVAP, whose function is to capture gasoline vapors so they do not escape to the atmosphere. Part of that system includes a fill valve designed to leave an expansion space in the tank. When you overfill after the nozzle clicks, that valve saturates itself with liquid gasoline. The system contaminates itself. The computer generates an emissions leak code. And then the real problem begins. Mechanics charge between $800 and $2,500 to diagnose and repair an EVAP leak. 9 out of 10 times, the initial diagnosis points to the gas cap or the complete system. And when the origin was gasoline in the canister valve from excessive filling, the repair can involve components of $300 to $600 that nobody expected to replace. The Japanese rule is a single line. Fill the tank when it reaches the 1/4, and when the nozzle clicks for the first time, stop. Without additional squirts, without finishing filling it. As an additional benefit, the Department of Energy estimates that each additional 45 kilograms reduces fuel economy between 1 and 2%. A full tank in a RAV4 weighs between 40 and 45 kilograms more than 1.5. Without doing anything else, loading less weight already gives you a little extra efficiency. The Tokyo taxi driver does not have a special car. He does not use special gasoline. He modified nothing in the engine. He has 7 habits that he learned from his father and that in Japan are taught as a basic part of driving well. Habits that here nobody teaches because it suits the gas stations that you do not know them, and it suits the shops that you use thicker oil than necessary, and that you arrive with the empty tank until something fails. Each one of these 7 tricks acts on a different variable: the start, the tire pressure, the air filter, the anticipated driving, the air conditioning, the oil viscosity, and the tank level. And their impact is cumulative. The 20 to 30% of savings that they generate together is not a marketing promise. It is mathematics documented by the Department of Energy, the EPA, and 2 decades of Japanese engines that pass through my shop. The money you save on gasoline, you do not earn at the gas station. You earn it in every kilometer that you drive differently.